I was really hoping this was going to be a better horror movie, y'all, but unfortunately, it's not. What's up, you guys? It's Jonathan Carter, and today we are talking about Together.
I love you.
Together is the newest horror movie from Neon Studios starring real-life couple Dave Franco and Alison Brie. I was lucky enough to see this at an early AMC early access screening last week. I'm just getting this review out now because I have been a little busy with life and work and things like that. I only saw like one trailer going into this movie where that really did pique my interest. It was done very, very well, and I didn't know much about the movie beside that trailer, and once I saw that trailer, I didn't really want to know much else. I just wanted to go into this not really knowing much, with an open mind, and kind of be surprised along the way with this movie. How did I end up feeling about it? We are going to talk about all of that right now. Before we do, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on Instagram, TikTok for shorter versions of these reviews, and then also on Spotify if you prefer podcast versions of reviews. Also, leave your thoughts on Together in the comments below if you have seen it. With that being said, without further ado, let's jump into the review. Together is a really odd movie, you guys. So what starts out as a very simplistic, normal enough story of these two people, Dave Franco's character and Alison Brie's character, they are in this kind of serious relationship, but also a relationship that is struggling, falling apart a little bit. They move from the city, move away from their friends, and they move to a secluded town in a house in the middle of the woods. And early on in the movie, our two main characters here go for a hike through the woods and end up falling into a cave. This is kind of where the issues with this movie kind of really start to show themselves. So Together falls into the basic horror tropes of characters making really dumb decisions in order to progress the plot forward. And this cave that I'm not going to give too much away here, but this cave that our main characters fall into by no means looks normal. Like, it looks almost alien, like out of this world, not part of this world. And there's water leaking into this cave. There's a pool of water in the cave. The cave is making like weird noises and stuff. And Dave Franco's character goes, "Oh, you know what? We just had such a long hike. I'm so thirsty." Scoops the water with a bottle and drinks it. Why on earth, my brother, my guy, why would you do that? And then Alison Brie's character doesn't say anything about it, and they just both end up sharing the water. Why? So that's the first thing right there. It really makes no sense to do that. Your common sense is like screaming, no, please don't do that. As the movie goes on, this water or whatever it is ends up bringing these two physically together. Like their bodies are just so incredibly attracted to each other that they just want to like morph into each other. And with that, you do get real, genuine, like terrifying scenes, real scares here. But it's also like intense body horror, but also body horror that feels a little cheap. And that kind of sums up this movie in a way where it feels like it wants to be big budget horror, but it is on a much smaller budget, which is not to the movie's fault, but the movie doesn't really necessarily know how to use that small budget to its advantage. Also, another odd plot choice here. Our main character, Dave Franco, is haunted by these dreams that are some very creepy imagery, but as the movie goes on, you realize that subplot has nothing to do with the main plot, and it never blends into the main plot, so it really doesn't make any sense. The movie feels like it has a plot A and then a plot B that they have no correlation, and they never end up merging together into a plot. So by the end of the movie, I was left rather disappointed because while I do really like Dave Franco and Alison Brie, like on screen, they are a real life couple, but they play a dysfunctional couple very, very well on screen. The movie the script fails them around almost every single corner. There are real scares here, but there's also so many cheap scares, jump scares that don't mean anything, like I said, another plot B that also has no ties to anything. And then by the end, it just falls in. Everything that starts to happen in the movie as the real plot reveals itself, you can see coming from a mile away. And What starts off as a very simple enough, enjoyable movie, by the second half, or at least, by the third act, completely nosedives in quality and just left me so incredibly disappointed. So, wrapping this up with the verdict, Together isn't necessarily a bad movie, it's just rather disappointing. Like, I don't think I'm gonna put it on the top 10 worst movies of 2025 list, but it could go on there if nothing comes in to knock it off. But it just, like I said, it's dull, it's boring, it starts interesting enough, but really just meanders and doesn't really have anything to say by the end of its runtime. So, all that being said, I'm gonna give Together a 5.5 out of 10, and on a see it, stream it, or skip it, skip it. Thanks you guys so much for watching my review on Together. Let me know your thoughts on the movie in the comments. Did you like the movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts on my review. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Check out some other videos here. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.